Hello everyone, I am Miserluke, and welcome to battles 100 to 102 of the Promethean Directive Season 2. Starting with the first two, which are nuke battles. That is a nuke right there, and it has just gone off. And as a consequence, several of the nearby craft are going to be killed by the camera that kills craft when it looks at them. Get ready for it. Ready? 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 Pew! 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 That took way too much time to edit. And now it's on to the rest of them. So that nuke went off prematurely. It was too close to actually hurt any of the defenses, but it did have some map level fallout. Yeah, so these first two are going to be nuke battles, and the third one will be using a virus, which has at this point been somewhat accidentally revealed to be the Rust virus of the fissionistic contingents, which is a cool little doodad that makes robots die. It makes their semiconductors and transistors stop semiconducting and transisting. Although, canonically, based on the tech that they have, Erewhon don't actually even have integrated circuits. They're barely above vacuum tubes. That is a bit of an intel leak, but oh well, yeah. So their robots canonically have to be like massive in order to actually fit enough transistors to run as like competent, large, sentient robots. But the tech is only a guideline for lore stuff anyways, usually. There goes one of the dragons doing a good job of ripping a Erewhon thrustercraft out of the sky. That very rarely happens. Those guys usually just get ignored and left behind, or get ignored and survive every battle. But for one of them to get killed like that, or mostly killed anyways, is pretty impressive. But the lasers are going to keep lasering. And those dumb missile drone things will keep firing their missiles. And we'll see if these guys can do anything more. I know that they will not, just from the power of time. But they'll at least get over here and try to do a little bit more. Oh, they're going after that little detection drone. Yep, this was one of many doomed assaults by various small fissionistic contingents and relic fleets against much larger and more capable Erewhon, Mababa, and Sword cities and fleets. If Relic had more materials, I think this war could have been a lot more interesting. But they just couldn't keep up with the eco of a larger alliance, including the most economically powerful nation on the map. If one or two nations had gone to the other side in the war, it could have been more interesting. But the North spoke is just too strong. And that will be the end of this one here. Moving on to the second one. Alright, similar thing this time, again with one nuke and some other forces. Surely the nuke will last a very long time in that massive concentration of laser fire. Oh, it blew up. And once more going to employ the camera that kills things by looking at them, once it was determined that they were within range. Pew! They're both gone. Took out two with one pew that time. Pretty cool, right? And then it's just left to kill the little distraction guy. And that is it for this battle. Moving on to part 3 with less nukes and more viruses. When I was naming this next video clip, I thought of the Varus video from the Internet Historian, and I was like, yeah, that works. So it's Battle 102, the Varus. So this one's a battle with 4 dragons that are carrying a fissionist continuous developed payload. And because they were able to get obviously very close to the city, they were able to deploy it. This city is just, I don't know exactly, I think it's one of the outposts. It's hard to keep track because Erewhon has a lot of cities and bases and yards that are pretty much the same. But they're all very similarly competent at killing things like dragons. Which is exactly what their lasers are built for, I suppose. Killing dragons and nukes and other small annoyances. It just takes a little bit sometimes. Taking remarkably long for how many blocks they're chunking off, but the dragons are like good-sized craft. I think they're 50k, which is bigger than your typical small little plane. Oh, that's quite the detection little stick there. There goes one of them, and the other one is crashing right now. Or at least it was starting to before it's going to eventually get burned down. Alright, that's the end of this one. Thank you for watching.